want to get to the winning, but I want to get to the meat of the case, like why it happened. So, do you want me? So, give me your version
Yeah.
or your version of what happened of why you got arrested. So,
Yeah.
walk me through that.
Sure.
Walk me through that day
Right.
of you waking up, going there, getting arrested. I don't know if you ate
Yeah.
for breakfast or like that, but walk me through the
Well,
day.
it really wasn't. I mean, it really wasn't a day. This had built up over a year. I had fun. We had successfully exposed the fact that these folks had not been following their rules. They had not been holding elections that were legitimate for years. And so finally, the state got involved and said, okay, y'all need to hold new elections. But the problem with that was the state didn't tell us. They didn't tell the people that were actually complaining about those elections.
So you mean say us? You mean your team of people that you had within
Well, it's
the
funny. I
party?
mean, I wouldn't call them a team. I think when folks describe them as a team, it's not really like it was just the community. It was just people there were some people that were already in the committee that realized they were doing things that was wrong. There were new people that came in that realized they were doing things wrong, and I didn't know everybody all together. I didn't say, all right, y'all, we're on this team. I just started talking about it, and people started realizing I was right.
But you were a leader though, apparently.
I was the leader because
only
I
you
was
got
the
arrested.
one exposing things. Yes, but and here's the thing. Yes, and they targeted me on purpose because I was the most effective at exposing them. In the middle of a meeting, I knew the processes. I knew how to use Robert's Rules of Order. I knew how to use the bylaws. And if they could get rid of me, then they could get rid of the person who was most capable of exposing them.
Now I from my understanding of it, right? You were voted out.
No.
That's what it says. You said you were voted out, and it was a meeting that you weren't supposed to be at. That's what I don't know.
Yeah.
If man, was
Yeah.
that
Nah.
is that true?
Nah, so
Or is that a
here's-
true story that's going around? Like that is that something?
That's
Did you hear
false.
that?
I was never voted out. If they had actually voted me out, I'd have been voted out. It wouldn't have been no problem.
So when you
there would have been no need to arrest me either.
when you got there and you were you arrested for your behavior or being instructive or because you weren't supposed to be there?
I was arrested because
What's the charge?
the charge was trespassing.
Trespassing.
But the charge got thrown out basically because it was a lie. Basically, what happened? Here's what happened. Let's say we're at your house, and somebody's in your house that you don't want to be there. You call the police, and they have that person kicked out.
Okay.
That's trespassing. They're not supposed to be there. The officers escorted them out. That's fine.
So you weren't supposed to be there.
No,
You were.
That's what they're trying to say. That it was their house and I was there. I wasn't supposed to be there. I
Okay.
was a member. I was a voting member.
That's what I heard. I did hear that. I
So
heard that.
but what they're trying to say is, let's say it's my house, and you come to my house and you tell the police to kick me out.
Okay. So you were
can't
a
do that.
member.
That's why I won my cases.
So you
They
were a
lied.
member, and,
Yeah.
and basically they couldn't tell you not to come to the meeting.
Yeah. And so there's two different occasions. The first meeting was in February, where I showed up with the letter. Because what you're talking about is they voted me out. They didn't vote me out. They sent me a letter saying that a couple of them decided they didn't want me to be there.
Is that the
that's not the
video
rules.
that I seen? I did my research, tried
Yeah.
to at least.
Yeah.
It was a live video. It looked like the scene they was talking. Next thing I know, I don't know. You popped up in the back, like you was in. Say everybody's up front. You were in the back and you were saying something to somebody. I don't know. I have it on my phone.
Yeah.
Is that the day you got arrested?
That's the one I got arrested. But the first time,
'Cause it looked like they weren't letting you in.
no, I was already in the building.
Yeah, but I guess it was like a little area, like a cop was just like, "Hey, yo, stay back."
Oh, no, he just was posted up back there.
Oh, okay.
So if you go a little before that, I walk in and I go
yeah,
to the back. I stood right next to him.
It
I
says
stood
Joe
right next
comes
to him.
in at 2:12,
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like that. Yeah.
That's just like where I come in at the video.
Okay.
And so I walk in, I go stand up right next to him.
But why would the cop come to you though? Like why the
He
cop?
didn't come to I stood next to him. He's in the back of the room. I walk in and I stand right next to him. And he says, excuse me, sir, I need to talk to you outside.
See, now I'm gonna keep 100 with you, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
See,
Go ahead.
that's probably why people may say it's like problematic. You went to stand next to the police officer.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Because I have nothing to worry about. I had nothing to fear.
so why
I
not
had no
just
reason.
why not just sit down in the stands or in the seats? or
There was
something
no
like that?
seats. If you watch the video, there's no seats. All the seats is taken up.
Oh, so the only thing in the room that was
I could have
you only
stood in the back where he was standing, or I could have stood at the front by the door. But that would have just been like that's where everybody was talking.
So I
That's
guess
where
let
the main
me
people
just let me
was
just cut
Yeah.
the I guess cut the shit. I guess
Yeah.
what did you it wasn't staged.
talking. Nah.
Okay, I only say that because like when you go to the officer. I'm just making sure like you didn't go there like, okay, I know I'm getting arrested today. We
No.
gonna okay, cool. So
Staged.
you didn't. I didn't hear that. I'm just asking that. I didn't hear that. That's not a
Yeah.
rumor or nothing like that.
Yeah.
But I asked that question because when you walk in, it's like it's part of me feel like maybe you went to the officer because you might have known you weren't supposed to be there.
Well, I went to the officer first of all because it really wasn't anywhere else to go.
Gotcha.
If
Okay.
you look in the film, there's a little.
So you got to meeting late.
Yeah. I came in late. Yeah. Here's the thing. They were already fighting.
I heard.
They were already
I watched
arguing.
I watched. It was kind of funny.
They
I'm
was
not gonna lie.
arguing for 15 minutes before I was even in the building.
Yeah, I didn't know what they were talking about, but it
Yeah.
sounded funny to me.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I watched it. Yeah.
Back and forth.
Yeah.
They looking real funny, right? That's part of the reason I went. I was watching on the live. Somebody else was going live, and I was watching.
Well,
and I was
your-
like, hold up, they're breaking all these rules. So then I walk in, and I go right up to the officer, and I'm holding a piece of paper, right? I don't know if you remember it. I'm holding a piece of paper.
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah.
That piece of paper is the thing that they tried to send me, telling me I can't go. But there's nothing legal about it. So that's why I brought it. I wanted to talk to the officer about it. You know what I'm saying? If he wanted to talk to me, I wanted to talk to him about it. But here's what happened. He said, okay, we can talk about this outside. And I was like, all right, if we go outside, will you bring this person and this person that's named in the video, in the letter? And he's like, all right. And you seen the video, he asked everybody to just calm down, stop the
I
meeting,
seen
right?
that. Yeah.
And the only reason I started talking, if you remember, I'm standing right next to the officer. The only reason I started talking is because everybody else is out of order, and I called a point of order, which that's the process. That's the actual process. If you're actually going to use Robert's rules, any kind of actual legal process in the middle of a meeting, and you want folks to actually look at the bylaws, you say, point of order. So that's what I did. I called a point of order, and I explained how it was right now we were out of order because nobody was in charge of that meeting. Nobody was taking control of the meeting. Right after I did that, the officer said, okay, y'all recess the meeting, and he pulled together Montessa Wright, who was the chair, and Frank Williams, who was the sergeant-at-arms, because he was named in the letter, too.
All right.
So we walk outside. You remember that? We walking outside, right?
I don't think I got that far. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
I was like,
So
I see what's going on
It
here.
really was. So it wasn't that crazy. I walk outside, and we didn't have a discussion. Outside was another officer who rushed to the scene just to arrest me because he was there at the meeting before and had asked me to leave. The other meeting before was another place.
How many meetings did you crash?
Nah, I ain't crashed. I'm a member. That's the problem. I'm telling you, it's our house. This is a public meeting. There's no private meetings. The whole idea that there's private party meetings is something meant to keep people out. And that's what I was exposing.
So I can go to the meetings if I want to.
Everybody can go to those meetings. You're a voter. Anybody can go to those meetings, and you should be able to go to those meetings. You know why? Because they make decisions on your behalf. Things are the way they are because leaders at those meetings make decisions. And when they make us feel like we shouldn't be there, they're keeping us out for no reason, illegally.
If I go to those meetings, say I go to one or two, right,
Mm-hmm.
and I cause disruptions, let's say 3 times, will I be allowed a 4th time to come to that meeting? Or would they be like, hey, we're gonna have you just take a little break?
If you actually cause disruptions,
what you said the point of
order.
Point of order of that, like if I be disruptive.
No, point of order is not disruptive. That's in the rules.
No, I'm saying, but okay. So what's the rules of what's the, like? So
So we can go back to when you said they voted me out.
Yeah.
If they actually voted me out, there's a process to doing that. They didn't do that.